Jesus H. fucking popsicle, I still don't have my billing reports, but you've got time to sit here and Google your ass off. Well, I know one thing. You've got your review coming up next week, and I can't wait to start checking me off some big fucking boxes. Attitude, 4. Performance, 4. Management skills, 4. Works well with others. Ha! That's a fucking joke. What is this bullshit? Who's this prick? Some loser gets his head blown off in the Metropolitan. Shut the fuck up!
Okay, whoa. Let's go back just a second, please.
Wesley.
You ever notice how much life can change? Well, I think this scene just perfectly conveys everything that a big change in your life can cause. This is one of my favorite movies, Wanted, starring James McAvoy, Angelina Jolie, and Morgan Freeman. I've been a big fan of this movie since it came out, and this scene might be one of the reasons why. It's just gold. I'm Mitch Gibson, and this is what's so great about it.
Hey, what's up with you?
What do you mean?
You're here early. Is there, you seem a little pepped up. You all right?
So throughout this movie, we have seen everything wrong with Wesley Gibson's life. His best friend is fucking his girlfriend, he has a terrible job that he hates, and he has frequent panic attacks and very high-strung stress. You know, he's a very stressful guy. And right here, we finally get to see his first good day in a while, at least from what we've gathered. And it starts off rather normal. He's happy, but instantly his friend notices, holy shit, he's happy. What the fuck does he know?
Yeah. Yeah. I guess I feel kind of different.
Feeling different, that is probably the key here. What would you do if you felt different? You just learned that your panic attacks are actually a superpower and you've just been given $3.5 million. Huh.
Whatever. I'm gonna go get some post-it notes. Do you want one?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right here, that was something I never noticed before, but I think his buddy thinks that he knows he's fucking his girlfriend, and herein gets nervous and he leaves. And it's kind of an interesting moment because Wesley's known all along, but now that he thinks he knows, things kind of change. I.e., they're different.
Jesus H. fucking popsicle, I still don't have my billing reports, but you've got time to sit here and Google your ass off.
Notice the major change in score here. The score gets a little more gritty and a little more angry because, you know, one of the top reasons of his stress disorder has just entered. His boss, Janice, who is just the fucking worst.
I know one thing. You've got your review coming up next week, and I can't wait to start checking me off some big fucking boxes. Attitude, 4. Performance, 4. Management skills, 4. Works well with others. Ha! That's a fucking joke. What is this bullshit? Who's this prick? Some loser gets his head blown off in the Metropolitan. Shut the fuck up!
Now that's just gratifying on its own. Earlier in the film, you see this scene where basically the same exact thing is happening to him, only he starts stressing out and having a panic attack. But now he gets angry and finally lashes out. And one of the best parts about this scene is James McAvoy's face. You can literally see how angry he gets in this scene. I'm going to go back. Take a look at this. As we learned later in his career, one of James McAvoy's best assets is his face. The guy can express and emote so well, and just look at how subtly angrier he gets as she clamps that stapler in his ear. The veins in his face start to pop out, his neck is just pulsating, and it's something later in like movies like Split we got to see is he's so good at subtle acting, and it's just brilliant.
She has one single iota of tenuous power. She thinks she can push everyone around. You don't need this.
Okay, there is so much to take in here. One thing I do love is how he takes a lap. I don't know why I love it so much, but he kind of takes a lap before taking her down, while he's talking to the whole office. And, it's like he's presenting himself, obviously. But I just kind of think it's funny. It's like he needed to take a lap. And then, of course, the way he just destroys the stapler, like, it's like when Hela destroys Thor's hammer. You're just like, okay, taking all her power away.
I understand. Junior high must have been kind of tough, but it doesn't give you the right to treat your workers like horseshit, Janice. I know we laugh at you, Janice. We all know you keep a stash of jelly donuts in the top drawer of your desk. But I want you to know that if you weren't such a bitch, we'd feel sorry for you. I do feel sorry for you.
Another great example of just slight reaction. She has that little smirk like he's about to apologize to her and like give her the attention she feels she's always deserved. And I love shit like that.
Stand. Will you behave? I feel I can speak for the entire office when I tell you, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's the appropriate reaction to that.
Yeah, it was great, bro. Who's the man?
Now, this is just the cherry on top of the whole scene. He basically does everything he just did to his boss with one foul sweep of a keyboard to his best friend's face. And his best friend thought, oh, he's not mad anymore. He was mad at her, not at me. Nope, fuck you.
I'm the man.
I'm gonna go get some post-it notes. Do you want one?
No.
Really?
Okay, now there is no such thing as a perfect movie, nor is there such thing as a perfect scene. But to me, this is one of the most perfect scenes in movie history. This is one of my favorite movies ever. I understand it's based on a graphic novel, blah, 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 and it's very different from its source material, but I didn't read the source material. I fucking love this movie, so woohoo. But it's just so gratifying to watch is that you see everything that goes wrong around him or to him does happen in this moment. His boss yells at him. His friend shows up late to work, zipping up his pants after already fucking his girlfriend at the time, and he almost has a panic attack again. But it switches. He finally yells at his boss. He finally gets to use his ability to just overcome that stress by using it again and like enhancing it and directing it in the other direction. And it's just so much fun to watch. And part of that is because this movie was the first movie I saw James McAvoy in. I'd never seen him in anything. I think maybe I saw Narnia, but I didn't even know that was him at the time. But I watched this movie, and this scene, I was transfixed, and I was just like, God damn, I love this movie. And it's just such a fun scene to watch. So gratifying to see someone do something that I bet a lot of us have wanted to do sometime or another that have worked a shitty job, which who hasn't worked a shitty job? I have, for sure. But, God, it's just so much fun to watch, and such great acting, and, we get to see Chris Pratt get the shit kicked out of him by James McAvoy. When was the last time you thought you were going to see Star-Lord get the shit kicked out of him by Professor X, huh? Well, I have really nothing more to say about this, but I'm Mitch Gibson, and that's what's so great about it.
I'm the man.